The crow shall cock thrice.
Yeah.
You know, before and you will deny me.
He was thinking, I never deny you, Lord.
You would never, yeah. But see, that showing you that it wasn't, it wasn't Peter's will.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was the Lord's will, man. You know, so hey, you don't know what you're gonna do in that time. You know, you really don't know. You don't know if you're gonna get weak in that moment.
You know?
You don't know what role you playing, man.
So you don't want to be that guy that's,
We can walk through.
I'm never going, you know? I'm never going to fold.
You don't know that.
You don't know.
But that's why we have to pray that, you know, we're not, you know, we don't fall into that, you know. Pray for you know, the strength to be able to endure whatever we got to go through. And if we're one of the ones that got to taste of death, that we do it mercifully. Go out with honor, man.
The Lord didn't put up a fight when they came for him.
Yeah, he just let them take them.
You know? He let him take it. So we trying to follow his example. Us trying to follow his example because he is the ultimate example for us. You know? If they come for us, go ahead, take us.
Hey, I remember when brothers was breaking down like the difference between a sheep and a goat. Sheep, they pretty much they don't fight. Like they'll, like if you take a sheep, they'll just lay down like, all right, you got me. I'm not gonna make a sound. Like you get me. That's that. They just lay down. A goat is gonna fight and they're gonna make sounds, squealing and shit. But a sheep, he goes out quiet. Yeah. So just tears, and then he just like, all right, I'm out. Yeah. You know, we gotta, you know, be willing to lay your life down if it needs be.
While we say Lord willing. The Lord willing in that day, the Lord will give me the strength, give me the knowledge, give me the wisdom and to make it through. Make it through the hour of temptation. Make it through the persecution, the famine, all these things. Because it's going to be heavy on us to go through this. So imagine the average nigga in the world or the Israelite that's out there faking it, they're going to fold. They're going to crumble.
Yeah.
He said the righteous scarcely shall be saved. You know?
Oh, yeah, so, Revelation 24, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. Those souls that are gonna be beheaded, they're just gonna be like characteristics of a sheep or a lamb.
I had a prayer. Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And it's about endurance. This is a marathon. It ain't a sprint. When you first come into the truth, like your brothers always say, we think this shit gonna end at that year.
Yeah.
You gotta endure and continue to come out, continue to deal with the bullshit, continue to, send up the prayers. Because we don't know. That's the good thing about it. We don't know when the Lord is coming. Well, we know he's coming because of the prophecies. But until then, we got to endure all the bullshit. And endure what it means to make hard.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is making us hard. So when the time comes that we won't be like like the world.
We gotta suffer patiently. We gotta be patient.
Suffer. Yeah, you said it.
Suffer patiently. We gotta remember the patience of Job. What he went through. He didn't fold. after losing everything, and all the evil that came upon him, he still didn't fold. He kept his integrity. You know, we got to remember those acts and those scriptures. They got to be in us, so that when we're faced with that same situation, we can stand. You know, and we can, if we have to, if it comes down to it, we can give our lives for that, for the truth. You know, the scripture says, fight for the truth unto death. Strive for the truth unto death. And the Lord will fight for you. Yeah, that's what we got to do. And right now we're rehearsing. We're storing up. We're actually storing up the truth right now in these days, when it's readily available. You know, we're prepping, spiritually prepping. You know, because we're gonna need it. Everything that's in the scriptures, as much as we can, we have to take it in right now, because we're gonna need as much as we can. We're gonna need it, you know, to be able to sustain us and keep us grounded.
I got a scripture for you. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. As you said, Job, right? The patience of Job.
Yeah.
That we through patience and comfort in the scriptures might have hope.
Yeah.
So we read upon the acts, righteous acts of our forefathers, our righteous forefathers, on what they went through. You know, that's going to give us hope.
We have hope. We know that it doesn't end here. This is the end of this place. It's the beginning of our immortality.
I got a I pretty just had that last. Hebrews 12 and Hebrews 11 and 24. By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, esteeming the reproach of Hamashiach greater riches than the treasure in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. By faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. Through faith he kept the Passover and sprinkled of blood, lest he that destroyed the firstborn should touch him. By faith he passed through the Red Sea, and by dry land, which the Egyptians essaying to do were drowned. By faith the walls of Jericho fell down. After, but the point was up when he said endured, you know. And all our forefathers, this whole chapter, it talks about, you know, the men of the Lord that had faith, that continued to endure and put their faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, and they saw the reward of their faith. You know, all of them, from Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. The brother mentioned Job. You know, Moses. The Most High is going to put you to the test. He's going to push you to your limit, especially in these times. Whatever your limit is, we don't know our limit. The Lord knows, and He's going to push us to that limit. You know, to really to purify us, to you know, make sure we're His.
That's a powerful chapter, Hebrews 11. You know, because that was one. That's the key ingredient. Faith.
You know, faith. You can't please the Most High. He's a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. You know. So faith is going to be that much more important. Man. It says in 2nd Ezra 9 that the elect are going to be delivered by their works and by their faith.
whereby they.
whereby they believe.
Yeah.
You know?
I got something.
Not pretty well.
When you talk about the Lord's gonna push you to your limit, everybody got a certain limit. You know, the Lord has put it inside of it. 1 Corinthians 10:13. There hath no temptation taking you, but such as in common to man. Such as is common to man. But Yahweh is faithful and will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah.
But will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
God. It's like, you know how we talk, I don't know what chapter it is, where the Lord has given a measure of spirit to each brother, the prophets. You know, what is it? Yeah, that one. Perfect. Same thing with faith. The same thing, you know, the Lord's going to give you a certain measure. Like,
Romans 12, I think,
yeah.
on the measures of faith.
Look at the faith, brothers. We don't have the faith of the apostles, you know, and certain elders, but we want to get to that level. We want to continue to endure and get to that level, you know, because that faith and enduring, that comes with experience, you know. The apostles had that experience. They've been through, you know, Esau kicking down the doors at the school in 9/11. You know, they didn't know what's going to happen. They didn't know, you know, they didn't know the lawyer was going to, you know, do what she did, the Edomite lawyer, but they had faith, and that built their faith, you know.
I got 3 seconds.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Romans 10:17. It says, so then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by the word of the Most High power. So the more you get into the scriptures, the more you listen to the apostles, the elders, the more you read, the more you
Testimonies.
exactly, the testimonies, the more you pray, the Lord will increase your faith.
Right.
You know?
Good bro, got precept as well. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Is it still in season?
Earlier, is Revelation 2:9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, and I know the philosophy of them which say they are Jews, but are not. They are the synagogue of Satan. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
Can I ask your brothers a question? Who's that talking about? The synagogue of Satan? Who's that talking about? Who's that talking about? You said the synagogue of Satan, right? You read that, right?
Talking about us, right?
Not in that scripture.
Yeah.
The Israelites, you was talking about the Israelites right there and then, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
wicked ass Israelites. Yeah. Well, you know,
We use it for them. Yeah.
yeah, but in that scripture it's talking about the wicked ass Israelites. You know?
Because it was a separation between the churches. When you read up, that's why he said, I know thou art rich, because it went into the faith of, I believe, was the church of Laodicea versus Smyrna, you know? God.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
There you go. So when that actually happens, your spirit can revert back to that scripture. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, I'm doing something right.
Fine.
You know, you're cast into prison. You know, you gotta be faithful until death. You know, in your mind, you know, your spirit can revert back to all these scriptures, you know, that you've been built up in. Like, hey man, you can fight.
Yeah, it's like
Fight
when
through it.
when these moments finally happen. If you in the spirit, you're gonna actually like it's gonna probably have you smiling a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like
Cause you're gonna be like, damn, this is finally it. Like I was out there teaching about it, I was
Yeah.
prophesying it, and now this is that
here.
moment.
It's here.
So you probably gonna be like smiling, like, damn.
that's a faith booster.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, this is it.
They might be looking at you like, what the fuck?
It's
Like,
fucking crazy.
fuck you smiling for?
About to die.
Yeah, you don't know what this is fulfillment of prophecy right here in your face, man.
Like Yahushua said.
And it's gonna bring you comfort.
Prophecy
Yeah.
fulfilled
Even though you getting
Yeah,
ready to
okay.
go, but you in the spirit, you comforted, man.
Hey, Stephen.
Stephen,
Yeah.